Hi everyone. Thank you for stopping by and watching Friday with Foliages. My name is Ken Center, AIFD, from Houston, Texas. And today I thought I would present a small 3 to 5 minute video on how to make a lemon leaf rosette. The other day, a friend of ours, Alan Masters and Phil Willota, did a small little challenge of magnolia rosette. And then I shared a lemon leaf rosette, which are so simple to make, so cost effective, and have a little wow factor. So I'm going to put together a series of 3 to 5 minute videos every Friday afternoon on Friday foliages. Today we're going to feature the lemon leaf. Next week, a different foliage. So a lot of you asked, how do you make a rosette? So I thought I would share that with you today. But before we do that, if I can, part of AIFD, our journey is to educate and provide a way for florists to better themselves and to become better trained floral designers. And one of the things that we do is certify people to become AIFD. And in that process, they go through an evaluation, a testing called PFDE. In that processing, where your work is evaluated, one of the things that the evaluators look for is some creative flair that give you the edge and sets your arrangement apart. And so hopefully today, these little tips that I give you and techniques will do something that will elevate your arrangement or your design to give it that little extra oomph, so that when an evaluator looks at your design, he or she can see that you know something different than hopefully the person next to you. It also allows you to do some cool stuff for your customers. And one of the things that I really highly recommend is for you to purchase the AIFD Floral Design Guidebook. You can go to AIFD.org and locate this. All the principles and elements, all the terminology that is used in floral design is in this book. So I highly recommend you to get this book. So the little lemon leaf rosette, here we go. The first thing you want to do is to pick out the lemon leaves, and if you don't know, this is lemon leaf or salal. I thought I would show you a bunch. Is find the amount of leaves that you want to make to create the rosettes. I generally put 3 stacks on a table. 3 or 4 small ones that are going to be the center of the rosette, maybe 10 or 12 medium size, and 10 or 12 larger ones. And as you see, as we create the little rosette, how they come together. So what you need are the lemon leaves, 16 gauge, 26 gauge wire. And what you're going to do is to take a lemon leaf, a 26 gauge wire, and you're going to hairpin across the back. You're just going to go under the rib and out the other side, and then fold it down. At the end of the lemon leaf is a small stem. I like to wrap around to secure the wire 1 or 2 times and then straighten it and lay it down. No need to tape. So I've got about 3 or 4 that I'm going to wire and show you. Once again, under the midrib, out, pull 2 or 3 inches, wrap around that stem. Once again, 26 gauge wire. You need it to be very thin, or it'll become very heavy like your corsages might do if you use the wrong gauge wire. Once again, under and over, 1 or 2 turns. So I've got my large leaves in this stack, the medium leaves there, and these smaller ones are what we're going to start the rosette with. So 2 leaves rolled up in a little, I have to tell you, this past year I was in the University of Missouri doing an air program for AIFD. And when I started rolling these, being from Texas, I said you roll them like a taquito. They had no clue what a taquito was. So you roll them up maybe like a cigar. You take a 26 gauge wire and you insert it in both those leaves. By the way, a taquito is a Mexican dish in a corn tortilla. So 2 or 3 leaves wrapped together. One thing I didn't mention is that when you do insert the wire into the leaf, whatever leaf you're doing, keep it low on the stem so you do not have a wire exposed up high. you want the wire to be very low at the bottom of the base. And the reason that is for is so that when we're making it, if I want to bend that leaf out just a little, it allows me to do that. So I do tape the very first one. The center of the rosette I do tape with light green floral tape. And the reason is so that when I start adding these leaves, this exposed wire has something to grab to, that little tape, and not just a wire, and then they start moving on you. So we're gonna do graduated sizes. I'm gonna move this little stack of the medium ones that I did a second ago, and we're gonna just start placing them in my hand. The wire needs to be low almost at the binding point if you were to wrap this, so that it starts to form a rose. The next one just slides in next to it. And you just simply go around, picking up leaves, and then you kind of gather them together. At some point, you might find that you need to take a wire and wrap to hold those in place. You see what I have right here is just a little starting of a rosette. But I still at any point can move a leaf because they are wired. And I want to sometimes take this leaf or a leaf and put him over that leaf, not under him, so that it looks like he's, maybe like when you look at a giant garden rose, that the petals all kind of overlap. And depending on how many leaves or how big you want your rosette, is how many leaves you want to put in it. There is no right, no wrong. I have about 28 leaves here. So I have 3 rosettes here, was about a half a bunch of lemon leaf. So I'm not sure what you pay for half a bunch of lemon leaf, but they are very, very efficient price-wise, cost-wise. So this is the start of the rosette. Now I'm gonna once again wrap a wire around. Now I'm coming to some larger leaves that help give me some volume and an extension of the rosette. Once again, don't just place flat under, maybe go under a leaf, like half and half, tuck it in. Wrap around, and they start getting loose in your hand, you'll feel you want to tighten them up. So right now, this is the rosette. And the beauty of these rosettes is that they hold up well. So if I were to make a bunch of these for a party on Saturday, maybe I'd make them Monday or Tuesday when we're really not designing yet. Mist them with a mister, put them in a bag, and put them in the cooler. They would last at least a week or 2. Once you paint them, they seem to last a lot longer. Party work, Christmas work. So this is the rosette. I'm going to wire one last time, trim off some of the wire, and then with green floral tape, tape it. Remember that word creative flair is so important in your designs, setting you apart from the next designer. So this is the little Salal rosette. Now what I did earlier was a gold one, so that maybe in a Christmas tree, 20 or 30 of these, little iridescent, on a staircase, at a wedding, at the base of a gold candelabra. If you were to have a very contemporary party, and you wanted something just a little different, this is one painted black, just a bucket of water that I'm going to spray and float Design Master 14 karat gold just across the top. And then we'll just simply dunk him, and we have this beautiful gold gilding look. I hope you've enjoyed flowers. I hope you've enjoyed Friday foliages, no flowers. Next Friday, tune back in for aspidistra leaves. Thank you so much. Bye.